This is Boats of the Thousand Islands, the show about every kind of watercraft on the Great St. Lawrence River. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15. Every week they break it down so you actually get it.
The show about every kind of watercraft on the Great St. Lawrence River. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie, and today we're talking about the coolest looking boat in any marina, the Catamaran. 2 hulls, 0 seasickness, maximum style.
I love how a catamaran just sits there looking smug while every other boat is rocking around like a soggy noodle.
That's actually the whole point. 2 hulls spread wide apart means incredible stability. You barely feel the waves.
So instead of one hull cutting through the water and fighting it, you've got 2 narrower hulls slicing in parallel.
Less drag, less rolling, more speed. It's basic physics working overtime so you don't have to.
And the math checks out. Racing catamarans can hit speeds over 40 knots, which is like 75 kilometers per hour on water.
Meanwhile, a regular sailboat is out there doing 10 knots, feeling very proud of itself.
The design is ancient, by the way. Polynesian sailors were building double-hulled canoes thousands of years ago to cross the Pacific Ocean.
So before Europeans were nervously hugging coastlines, Pacific Islanders were zipping across open ocean in proto-catamarans. Kind of humbling.
The word catamaran actually comes from a Tamil word catamaram, meaning logs tied together.
So technically a raft is a catamaran, and I've been an advanced mariner since summer camp age 8.
Your mom would be so proud. Now, modern catamarans have 2 main flavors, sailing cats and power cats.
Sailing catamarans use the wide platform to carry enormous sails without tipping over, which is their superpower.
A monohull sailboat has to lean way over in strong wind called heeling, which is thrilling for some people and terrifying for others.
My uncle calls heeling the boat trying to kill you at a 45-degree angle. He's not wrong.
A catamaran barely heels at all, so you can walk around, make sandwiches, feel like a person.
The trade-off is that catamarans are wide, really wide, sometimes 7 or 8 meters across for a mid-size cruising boat.
Marina fees are usually based on overall width, so catamaran owners often pay for 2 slips. That stings a little.
Worth it though, because below deck you have this huge flat bridge between the 2 hulls, loads of living space.
Liveaboards love catamarans for that reason. You've basically got a floating apartment with better views than most condos.
Power catamarans are huge in the ferry industry too. Fast ferries use the twin-hull design to carry hundreds of passengers smoothly.
The Isle of Mull ferry in Scotland does the crossing in under an hour, partly because of that low-drag catamaran hull.
And on the St. Lawrence, you'd see passenger ferries using similar principles. Efficiency matters when you're making dozens of crossings a day.
Racing catamarans are a whole other universe, though. The America's Cup boats, the most famous sailing race on Earth, went full catamaran starting around 2013.
Those boats basically fly. They have underwater wing-like foils that lift the entire hull out of the water.
At that point, are you even sailing or are you just a very wet airplane? I genuinely ask.
The answer is yes, and it goes about 50 knots, so nobody's complaining about the philosophical ambiguity.
One cool structural fact, the platform connecting the 2 hulls is called the bridge deck, and keeping it high enough above the water matters a lot.
If waves slap the bridge deck too hard, called bridge deck slamming, it's loud and rough. Bad design ends there.
Good catamaran designers obsess over that clearance the way architects obsess over ceiling height. Millimeters matter.
Catamarans do have one real weakness. They're harder to right if they ever capsize, because they're so stable, they just float upside down.
Which sounds like a joke, but is genuinely the engineering challenge, stable in both directions, unfortunately.
Designers add buoyancy chambers and careful weight distribution to reduce the flip risk, and modern cats capsize very rarely.
Racing sailors still respect the danger, though. Open ocean cat racing remains one of the most demanding sports on the water.
The Jules Verne Trophy is a non-stop around-the-world race, and the record, set by a giant catamaran, is about 40 days.
Around the entire planet in 40 days. A catamaran, I need a moment with that fact.
Meanwhile, I'm impressed when I make it to the island and back before lunch. Different scales of achievement.
Different scales entirely, but whether it's island hopping on the St. Lawrence or circling the globe, the two-hull idea keeps winning.
2 hulls, 1 brilliant idea, and about 4,000 years of proving it works. Not bad for some tied-together logs.
Next time you see a catamaran gliding past, just know there's an ancient Pacific navigator somewhere nodding in quiet approval.
Give those hulls the respect they deserve, and give yourself a smooth ride. See you next week on Boats of the Thousand Islands.